place to launch your bid for a title at sort of heartland, shall we say. What do you hope to gain out of Saturday here in Porirua?
Yeah, we're well. First of all, we're excited to play here. We don't get a chance to play out here that often, and it feels some days almost like a little spiritual home. For the players. There's a lot of players grew up here. A lot of players played their rugby here, played school rugby here. So that's the first part. We're really looking forward to playing here. And really, we're looking to build on what we done last week up at the Blues. We enjoyed what we done up there. Definitely some areas of the game that we thought we done well, and other areas to tidy up, but typical pre-season, I guess. So yeah, it'll be a good Chiefs team. We've obviously got a few guys returning now to get their first hit out of the year, and we want to build and get ready for Moana. I guess it's the last hit out before we get a chance to play for real.
All right. Ruben and Geordie, I suppose at 10 and 12 is something everyone will be focusing on. What are you expecting from both of those guys tonight?
Yeah, just to get through some rugby. Geordie's been away for a year. He's reintegrated really well. Really enjoying his sort of leadership and his thinking. He's got plenty of ideas to share and plenty of thoughts on how we do stuff. And yeah, Ruben getting a chance to continue playing at 10 from last year. He played obviously a fair bit there for us last year. He's had his break. And he's in good condition, ready to go. So the two of them, will hopefully get through 40-50 minutes of work and set them up for the year.
Do you have to give Ruben, you have to talk through much with him before a game or before a season when he's playing at 10, or do you just let him do his, obviously he stays with another game plan, but do you just let him do his thing?
Yeah, the coach is something we're working really hard on. Is what are the principles we want to achieve in the game, and enough frameworks to make sure we're organised, but not to stifle the players and stop them making really good decisions. So it's always that little balance, isn't it, between structure and unstructure. But we think we've got a set of principles around how we want to play the game this year that will allow us to use our flair and power when it's required, but also if we need to tighten up and play that way, then we can.
Okay. What about someone like Warner Deans coming in? What are you expecting from him, and what have you seen from him so far?
Yeah, he's a bit like Geordie. He's integrated into the team really well. I think he's really enjoying himself. He's quite low key, but he got 20 minutes last week. He'd actually broke his thumb the week before, so he played with that last week. So that's always a good sign that he's tough enough to play with that. And you can see, certainly in the set piece in the line out, he's a real asset on our ball, but also he's going to cause some problems for opposition on their ball. And he's an athlete. He moves around the field well. He gets in good positions. So yeah, it'll be another chance for him just to get a bit more minutes and play alongside Izzy, who gets his first run of the year, or an extended run.
And what about playing the Chiefs? I mean, you played them a bit in recent times. They forward you a couple of years ago. I mean, how do you enjoy matching up with them, and how big do they loom in your season?
Well, time will tell, I guess. New year, new context. They've got a new group. We've got a new group. Kiwi derbies, as we know, will go a long way to deciding what happens at the back end. But tomorrow's more around us and purely us. We haven't looked at the Chiefs at all this week. We know the style of rugby they can play, but yeah, our systems and structures need to hold up to that, and then hopefully put some pressure back on them.
Okay. And what about some players that aren't there? Dukes, can you talk me through him and what happened?
Yeah, he took the calf last Friday. So yeah, he'll be 4 weeks probably. He's actually presenting really well. The scan sort of showed one thing, and the way he's presenting is slightly different. So we'll just treat the player really. It could be anywhere between sort of 4 to 6 weeks, but we're hoping more towards the 4, I think.
Okay. And Cam Roygaard just getting a rest, or?
Well, not a rest. He's had a rest, but yeah, he's not available through the work with the All Blacks and when he comes back in. He had a little tweak in the off season. He's got a little bit less sort of running and mileage under his legs, so just thought it was smart just to hold that back. The Nines last week played well. Have been going good in pre-season, so yeah, we trust them to play well tomorrow or Saturday.
Expect to have Cam for Moana? I
think so. Yeah. I mean, he's fit and available. Yeah. He's not really done the work that we feel like we need to put him out there, and it's a long year ahead, isn't it? It's. But as I say, we trust Eddie and Geordie, and we thought little Jai had a really good debut last week as a wider training group 9. So yeah, we're really comfortable with those boys.
Okay, two guys you've got down 1 to 2 weeks away, Pete Laidlaw and Tyrell. What are their likelihoods of being fit for Moana?
Yeah, Pete Yep, he'll be ready to go. I mean, he's training fully. He's a little bit like Cam and a little bit like Billy Proctor. They just haven't had a whole heap of training, and we wanted to set them up to succeed for the whole season. It's not about just playing one game, you know. So, and we trust other players to play. You know, it's a big part of our squad, isn't it? So yeah, we were pretty hopeful. Pete will be all good to go. Who was the other one? Tyrell. So this is his first week of live contact. So he got the go-ahead last week around his thumb. He's been training. He's been doing most things apart from live. So again, if he has a big couple of weeks now where he can get into live, get off the ground live, he's a chance for Moana. But again, might be a week or two too soon. But the real encouraging thing is he's in good condition. He's training really well. And yeah, it's been a big injury. It's been a long time out of the game, hasn't it, with ankle surgery and thumb surgery. So yeah, we'll just be smart with that too.
Okay, and Billy?
Yeah, well, Billy's just hadn't quite done the work. Again, he had a little niggle in the off season that slowed him down for 2 weeks. So he'll be, we would imagine he's the same as Pete. Be ready for Moana.
Okay, all good.
Too easy.
Nothing else I missed there?